Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Now, you know this is very basic engineering mechanics you probably have done for your JE or in the first year. Suppose there are a lot of weights acting like this. There is a weight W0, W1, W2. Okay, three weights are acting at a positions of X1, X0, X1 and X2. So there are three weights acting at three different positions. Now you will know that there is a center of gravity for the system which will act at some point. What they have represented it as X bar, W is equal to W0 X0 plus W1 X1 plus W2 X2 divided by W0 plus W1 plus W2, and that is equal to W. W0 plus W1 plus W2 is equal to W, and so this product divided by W is equal to X bar. So this is the basic concept of it's written here, but I think I don't think it's necessary to write that. So that is why I put that figure, and then I don't have to draw it. So you have that one, and then you have now. Usually, in the case of in the case of ship, what we do is we can take moments about the keel. Okay, the moments of the thing about the keel, and you can take the you can have two types of moments like this. You can have moments about the keel which will give you kg. There are two distances in the naval architecture. In hydrostatics and stability, there are two types of center of gravity. There is a position of the center of gravity, the vertical position of the center of gravity, which is sometimes known as kcg, kg, etc. vcg, vertical center of gravity, vcg. It is the distance above the keel. By now you know what is a keel. Keel is the bottommost point of the ship. So VCG is the distance from vertical center of gravity. It is the distance from the keel to the vertical the position of the center of gravity, and then it is also called as kg, which is k, keel to the center of gravity, which is g, the center of, so k to g. So all these two things are said the same thing. So there are ways to calculate the center of gravity. Actually, this you have in the text. It is given. It is the same thing. There is nothing new I am putting here. It will look like this. Kg will be equal to moments about the keel divided by displacement, total displacement. Displacement is the weight of the ship. Okay, moment about the keel divided by displacement, that will come to, and so like this. This is the keel. So you can have moment about this or moment about this. This is the center line. That's why I said there are two kinds of center of gravities. One is VCG, as I told you, or that is the distance from the K, this vertical position of the center of gravity. Then what you have is the horizontal position of the center of gravity. That also you can have. Horizontal position of the center of gravity again can be longitudinal. That I haven't explained what is longitudinal. Okay, so for the time being, you just take this one. This is the vertical center of gravity, and once you have that, this is how we get it: moments about the keel divided by the total weight or total displacement. That's why then I thought I will do one problem. It becomes very simple. So let me ask you that problem. Should I think? Now the question is, okay, let's do this one then. A vessel has a displacement. I missed the first question. There is a simpler question first. Let's do this anyway. The vessel has a displacement of 6,200 tons. Okay, a vessel has a displacement of 6,200 tons. This drawing is not for this figure, for this problem. They are unrelated. This problem is just to show you how the moments are taken. That's all. So a vessel has a displacement of 6,200 tons, and this is one thing you have to note. When you say K capital G, okay, this capital G indicates it. You should know you will guess by now that a ship, there is a ship. Ship has many small weights on it. You know, a big ship has small weights on it. Each weight is usually written at each weight is assumed to be at. Let me not confuse you. See, there are different weights. There is a ship and there are different weights on the ship. What I'm saying is that each weight is at G0, G1, G2, etc. Now the small G0, when we say that KG0 or KG1 or KG2, it means the center of gravity of that small weight. Okay, when you see the small g, you should understand that it is the small weight. It is now another thing you can have is capital G. This is the center of gravity of the whole ship. So when these small weights move, these are individual weights in the system, and when these small weights move around, this G also shifts around. Okay, the center of gravity, you can have G0, which we say is the initial position. Initially, the shifts are in one. Initially, all the weights are in one configuration. So let us assume that its initial kg0 is kg0 for the ship, kg0 for this mass, kg1 for this mass, kg2 for this mass, and k capital G0 for the whole ship. Then I shift it around. I take this kg0, I put it here, it becomes something else. So when you shift this around, then this kg will change into a kg1. So there is a change in the center of gravity of different weights, center of gravity of that weight itself, and the center of gravity of the ship. Okay, the whole ship will have one big center of gravity. It is dependent upon the center of gravities and the weights of the individual masses. That you know, but I'm just repeating it, I think, kind of. A vessel has a displacement of 6,200 tons, and it has a kg, means the weight, the center of gravity of the whole ship is 8 meter. Means 8 meter from the bottom of the ship, which is K, which is the keel of the ship, to the center of gravity is kg, that is equal to 8 meters. Now what has happened is they are adding weights to it. They so distribute 9,108 tons of cargo between spaces K small g, that is small g, which means there are two spaces in the spaces usually mean places where you keep the where you keep the loads or the any storage bins or anything. So what you have is distribute 9,108 tons of, so basically cargoes are going to be placed at two spaces in the ship, at some point which has a kg of 0.59 and at another point which has a kg of 11 point, which has a kg of 11.45, and they are saying that the final kg1 is 7.57 meter. Is it clear to you what the problem is? Let's forget about doing it right now. Is it, I'm just asking you, or have I just completely confused you totally, or is it you are getting some idea of what I'm saying here?
So can you please repeat it?
Okay. I thought I went in a slightly roundabout manner in that, so it probably didn't become clear. See, it is like this. When there is a big ship, it will have its center of, there are a lot of weights on it. Okay, and I am strongly assuming here that you know what is center of gravity, and you know that principle, that thing I wrote about center of gravity, W1 x1 plus W2 x2 plus W, that I am assuming you know that is center of gravity. You know that, right?
Yes,
Do you know that? Yeah, you should have done that. Center of gravity you have done. So once you have that, you have a lot of weights, and whenever we have individual weights, small weights on a ship, we designate its distance. See, the distance from the keel is called as kg. We are interested only in the distance from the keel here. You don't think about the horizontal distance between them. We are not interested in that right now. We will come into that later. Right now, we are only talking about the distance of the different weights from the keel, from the bottommost point. So there are different weights, G, G1, G2, G3, like that, small g's. So each weight has its own kg, which means it has where it is kept. Basically, its position. That's all it means. Center of gravity is its position. So the position of that weight is at kg1. The position of the second weight is kg2. These are all small g's. As I wrote here, like this, kg1, kg2. These are the positions of the small weights. Now, will give you the total weight. This is kg. Is this clear now? This is g of the whole thing, W1 plus W2, the whole weight of the ship. It is not just W1 plus W2, the whole weight of the ship. So when you put the whole weight of the ship here, that is what this K capital G represents. This G represents the weight, the center of gravity of the whole ship. Center of gravity of the whole ship will shift. We'll do a couple of problems. I think it'll become clear with that probably. Let's just do this. It should become clear. I'll do this. This first problem I'll do. So vessel, they are saying, has a displacement of 62. This problem, you take a look at it or read it. Vessel has a displacement of 6200 tons. Kg is 8 meter. Distribute 9108 tons of cargo between spaces kg 0.59 and 0.2. So basically the problem is like this. I need both of these, so I'll just shift this a little bit here. Okay. So you have what they are saying is that there is a ship, okay, it has a kg of 8 meters. This is the kg of the ship, 8 meters, okay. This distance is 8 meters. Then they are saying two weights are added. So at a distance of 0.59 from the ground and at a distance of 11.5 from the ground, okay, 11.45 from the ground, at these 2 points, two weights are added. Okay, here some weight is added, here some weight is added. So as you can imagine, this is the initial K, this is G0. So this is G0, this is where the initial center of gravity of the whole ship was when the weights were remaining like this. Then weights were added at 0.59 and 11.5. Then this G0 will shift to a new point. If at 11.5 we add a bigger weight, the G0 will shift to the new point G1. The question is to find G0, G1. What is or you find G1 or you find G0, G1 or what? And the question, no, the question is slightly different. It's just reversed around. It's like this. They are saying that the final G1 is given. Okay. So what is the question is this. Let me do this again. I think I confused you again. Okay. The problem is this. Now there is a ship. Okay. And it has a kg, G0. This is its center of gravity of the ship. It has a lot of weights in it, and because of all those weights, it has a center of gravity at this point, G0. And it is at a height of, they are saying kg is equal to 8 meter. So this is 8 meter. This is 8 meter. Then they are saying you take 9108 tons and place them, and there are two spaces. Okay, there is a space at here. I'll write it as circle, or I'll change the color a little. I don't know how to change. Let me see how to change the color. Okay. Now hopefully this will come. Yes. So now there are two spaces. Here there is a space and here there is a space. These two spaces, you are going to put two small weights. A weight, so what they are said is, you are putting a weight W1 here and a weight W2 here. So what they have told is that this W1 plus W2 is equal to how much? You have to tell me that. It's not that difficult.
9108 tons.
It's so straightforward. Yeah, it's 9108 tons. What they're saying is that a total weight of 9108 tons is distributed between W1 and W2, which means a total of 9108 is put partly in W1 and partly in W2. So what you can do is you assume this weight to be W. This weight will be 9108 minus W. Now you are told that 9108 W, 9108 minus W. Let's start this. Let's go back to blue. Okay, so this 9108 minus W is at a distance. They are told this distance and this distance also. They have told this distance and this distance also. So this weight W into this distance plus this weight 9108 minus W into this distance divided by the total weight, which is 9108 plus this whatever was the initial weight of the ship. It is given it as 6200 tons. So that is, they are said, it is equal to a kg of 7.57. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, at least one person is clear.
Yes.
So I think hopefully you'll get it now. I think this, you do it and tell me what you get.
So can you show the question one?
Which one?
Sir?
You want to see the question?
Yes, sir. We need the data points.
Yeah. Did you understand the logic of the problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you have, then it's not a problem. It's not that I want you to do it here, but I think you will get it by.
Sir, can you zoom out little bit?
Zoom it.
Yes, sir.
What the hell do you do? How do you zoom it? This is the same problem. Now you're reading. So once this is done, I'll do something else. I have set a quiz for you based on last week's classes, and I think it involves some of this week's class too, probably a little bit. It is for 10 marks, and I'll give you probably 15 minutes to answer it. 15 or 20 minutes. 15 minutes is enough for this one. This one is just very simple. Probably next quiz onwards, I'll make it half an hour probably. So this is for 10 marks. You write that, and you should know that everything is grading and all is done by the MS teams. They do it. It does it itself. It is just a choose a correct answer. Like you have your gate and all that. So did you do this? I think I'll do one thing. I'll leave it. You do it. Okay. We'll do it in the next class if required. Let me give you the quiz. Take 15 minutes. And I'm hoping that there will be no discussion. So in 15 minutes, please submit it in 15 minutes, because today also so it is 4:10 now. 4:10 now. I'll make it 4:30. Okay. You don't need 15 minutes to do it. It'll take much less time than that. So I'll make it 16:30. 16:30. September 13th. September 14th. 15, 16. No. No, this is the first time. If there are any mistakes, let's redo it if there is some mistake. This looks like everything. Now I think I have to assign this to you. Where do I assign it? Did you get it?
No, sir. No, sir.
Still no?
No, sir.
Still you haven't got?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why isn't it coming? Ah.
Yes, sir. It is available now.
It is available. Good. So don't take any more time than given. 4:30 you submit it. Okay. It shows here if you are late and all that. Don't make it late. Submit it at 4:30.
Sir, are there multiple correct or
No,
only one?
no. Only one answer.
Only, okay.
So this is 10 marks. Means it in your out of your 100 marks, this will be 10 marks. This one is very easy. I put it just to make sure I figure out how the assignments are given also. That's all. Anyway, you do. It's very simple. Yeah. Give me your institute ID. Ritushana, give me your institute ID. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Sir, in the sixth question, one value is not clear.
Tell me what is the value?
Sir, equal to 58. The LHS is not clear.
Okay, let me see. How to see the question paper? Okay.
Sir, there is no minus marking, no?
No, there is no minus marking.
Okay.
So I'm not able to view the assignment, so this is mine. I'm not able to view the assignment. Since you just added me.
Cannot help from that side. That is, you have to do the best. It should be. There should be possible. Ask somebody.
Sixth question. The volume.
Yeah, somebody is. Whatever is. finish, you can turn it in. So after the stipulated time, the mark will start decreasing. I think I'll reduce the marks if you are late, okay? You're supposed to submit by 4:30. So if you don't submit by the time, I'll reduce 1 mark or 2 marks, depending on how late you are.
వైఫై వస్తుందా? వైఫై వస్తుందా? అక్క ఇది ప్యారలలా వర్టికల్ హారిజాంటల్ ఇలా 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 ఇలా
I don't know what to do. How will I assign it again? I think for you this assignment is done actually.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, for one of the question I was marked minus out of 1. What does that mean, sir?
Minus?
Minus out of 1.
I don't know. I have to see. What is your name?
Sir, my name is Bejawada Avyaya.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'll check what it is. I'm not sure.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir. Sir, actually in question number 7, in the buoyancy one, we are actually marked -1 out of 1.
Is it?
In question number 7, I think.
Okay. I might have done something. It doesn't matter.
We have
you won't have
chose the right answer, but we are marked -1. So
maybe something is wrong. I put mark as -1 or something. I'll have to see. But it won't be a problem. If it is for everybody, then it's not a problem. I'll do that. I'll change that. So you're all finished? Time is up now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
0 return. No, 48 turned in. Okay, so 48 have turned in. Good. So many have not turned in, and those who have not turned in gets a 0. Others will get it turned in a minute late. A minute is all okay, but don't. If you are making it more late, I think I'll just whoever is there, just turn it in. Don't think anymore. Just turn it in now, and then I'm going to close it. Okay, I am going to close it. So whoever has turned it, how many have turned it? To return 69, return, how many have returned? So you will get your marks also. Okay, marks are already come now. Okay. Nobody has got full. Okay, so you have got your marks also. So so like this we'll have our grading. I'll add up everything and then finally we'll have a grade. So this is the continuous evaluation procedure. I am thinking maybe I'll try to give some assignments in between. There's an assignment also different. So maybe I'll give that also. Okay then.
So we all got
Sir?
-1 in question 7.
Yes. I'll check that. Something must have done some mistake.
Sir?
Maybe that's why you have 9 is the maximum, no? I think 8 is the maximum. Sorry. Oh, 9 is the maximum.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, is freeboard a principal?
No, it's not a principal dimension of the ship. Principal particular it is called, or principal dimension. Freeboard is not a principal. Principal dimensions are things like length, breadth, draft, displacement, etc.
Sir, but in the offset table that is in the book that you've mentioned, I've read it yesterday, it was written that freeboard comes under principal one.
No. It's not a principal dimension of a ship. It is not a principal particular of a ship. Freeboard is a derivative of principal particulars of a ship. It's not a principal particular as such.
Oh, okay, sir.
It's not. Okay then. Okay, I'm going to close. Okay, so most of you have done good.